Hello and welcome to the Craftman Show. My name is your host, the Craftman Incorporated. Well, have you ever had a dream that was so vivid? And today, we're going to talk about two-part epoxy sculpt. Come on! A lot of times people will email me and say, Craftman, I went and got me some epoxy sculpt and I'm having a mess with it. And I tried to sculpt with it. It's just disappointing, Craftman. And that makes me feel bad, to be honest with you. I have answered many questions. And so I thought it might be nice to finally just break down and do a video. So today's video going to be all about secrets for success with epoxy sculpt. Although I'm going to be showing epoxy sculpt, APOXIE sculpt, a lot of what I'm going to say will apply to epoxy clay in general. So I have used epoxy sculpt, fixie sculpt. That's what I use to make the free range chicken. So usually the email that I receive goes something like this. Craftman, it's just a big old mess, Craftman. I mixed it up and I started working on my figure, then start to slump over on me. Craftman, come on now. So that's the first tip right there coming up. If you're making something big, you're going to want to use an armature, all right? Get hold to use some silver paper, aluminum foil right there, or some metal, or aluminum, something that you can make an armature out of.
Twist it, turn it, braid it, or just put it in a drill. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that. Watch out.
This not only will help you to keep a structure and maintain rigidity, but also it's going to save on your clay too, baby. Come on now. The next thing I run into is people saying, epoxy clay is sticky. How do you even manipulate and sculpt with this method? It's sticking to my gloves, sticking to my finger, my skin. Craftman, come on now. I'm listening to give you a 2-for-1 tip right here. I'm listening to give you a 3-for-1 tip. Whenever I get my A part or my B part, I use separate gloves. I use this glove on this side, this glove on this side, so I don't get no cross-contamination. Salmonella. And so the next tip is only need what you will need. K-N-E-A-D, N-E-E-D. The first time I ever used epoxy clay, I got me 2 big old gloves. I got pretty much half the container out and mixed it up. And I had so much leftover waste that it was discouraging. Epoxy clay is sticky because it's just the nature of it. By nature, it's an epoxy. Craftman, you're redundant with your word. Look here, you want to mix it up just good enough that it's all consistent and evenly distribution. All right. Then you want to leave it sitting for about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And it's going to get to the stage that I like to call this when you want to use it. Stage right there. Because look, it is. See how sticky that is? And that's actually one of the reasons I like epoxy sculpt, which we're going to get into in a little bit. If you're making bootleg figures or kit bash and things, we're going to get into that. But for general sculpting, you don't want to use it right off the bat. Let it sit for 15-20 minutes. And that's about ready to be sculpted with. You might also want to keep you a little cup of finger water nearby you, because that's going to keep your finger from sticking and allow you to get some smooth sculpturing going on. But I noticed that it does give the surface a chalky finish eventually if you use too much of it. So what I prefer to use is safety solvent. It's going to behave a lot different than the water. If you got fingerprints you need to smooth out when you're done sculpting, you also can use it for helping your tool to cut through the clay, glide through it. I guess I could sculpt a piece of bread if I was thinking about it. That's what that reminds me of, a piece of bread. But anyway, also you can use it to clean up your tools when you're done with them. That's what I call a little test rectangle right there. All right. Now, I don't mean no disrespect to Super SCULPT, because I actually really appreciate how Super SCULPT can keep its form even in a bigger volume. But let me tell you a couple things why I don't like it as much, alright? Because I have had difficulty in the past sticking together pieces of Super SCULPT. In this example, I'm doing some little cross hatching and a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol to kind of weld it on into place. But for me, oftentimes I'm building onto something existing. And so what if I want to make me a little action figure, a helmet right there, and I would like to add some details to it? Well, I can't use Super SCULPT because I got to bake it in the oven, and that's going to warp my plastic. Craftman, you know you can boil that in water and it will cure it too. Well, you know, I still don't want to boil that in water. So the fact that it's sticky and you don't have to bake it, that means you can do things like that right there. So I took an action figure helmet there and stuck me on some epoxy clay. That's what fixes sculpt right there. I literally just stuck it on there and then just took it, shaped it how I needed it to be. And then once it's cured, what can you do? That's how we're looking so far. Oh, hello. You can sand it. And that brings me to my next reason why I like epoxy clay. I like to start with a base object and sand it smooth. Hold up, Craftman. Anytime you sand anything, you need to wear your dust mask. Then build onto it with more epoxy. That's my favorite approach to doing this because really I'm not a good sculptor, so I got to take it in little bite-sized pieces like that. Even you can do this right here. You can take and polish it. Actually, my preferential way to do this is wet sanding. This is my favorite way to do hard edge sculpting. You can sand it and then sand a little bit finer, more fine, and then finally buff it using things like micro melt, you know, to just about as shiny as you would like it. In today's Shop Log edition, we got some enamel pins ready. Ooh, yeah. Very excited about that right there. And that's the Craftman cartoon designed by Mr. David Gonzalez. I have been in communication with Soraya Texler, and somebody that told me, Craftman, you need to try that clear because you might actually get even tougher results with the clear because it can cure all the way UV, all the way through it and get a better post cure. So I'm pretty fired up about that right there, doing some more injection molding and trying to do just a 3D mold without the metal frame and all that to see if that can work. I believe that it might can. In my previous video, I showed my antiquated 3D software that I was using. That's called TrueSpace 7.6. You can still download the program online. However, I have been encouraged by many of y'all to try some modern software. This one called Nomad right there. It's really fun to play with this program right here. Get home to use some epoxy clay and just get with it. Also, I've been practicing to We done got so much rain. But it's all good. I can't complain about the rain. What? Also, I'm practicing to become a ventriloquist. Y'all want to see that? Hello, and welcome to the Craftsman Show. My name is your host, the Craftsman. Who was that talking? Until next time, keep it between the ditches. And don't forget that I love y'all. And keep on the crafting.